Welcome back to Chocolate Espresso Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Newer. Whatever floats your fancy. Listen, we back at it again with the Americanos. We got all the weirdos, the crazies, the nice ones. She's shaking her head. Listen, I was gonna let them do their titles. I don't want to let them do it anymore because they being petty.
Overruled.
What? Overruled. Man, listen. They already started with their shenanigans. This is why I opened it the way I opened it, man.
Objection.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, go ahead.
Badger the witness.
Camera 2, well, just whatever.
Hey guys, it's TJ.
Camera 3, she taking forever. Camera 3.
What y'all want to call it?
Go ahead. You good?
Hi everyone. My name's Imana.
Okay, camera 4. She look. Everybody taking way too long. This is messed up.
What up? It's dual today.
This is my
Back to camera 1. Back to camera 1. Nah. That's crazy. You know what? You right.
And you ain't even explain to the people.
Y'all right.
You didn't explain to the people
Camera
the
3.
setup.
Right,
Camera
people don't
3.
know why
Camera
there's
3.
5 people at the table.
Which
Camera
camera
3.
is it?
You 3. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Which
It's back
one?
on you.
This camera.
That one right there. Yep.
Okay. Hi everyone. This is Imana. I'm happy to be a guest here.
Worse than Dez, I swear. All right, go ahead. Camera 4.
What am I supposed to say?
No, not Dez. Go ahead, Alizé. I told you, he can't. He lost his privileges. Go ahead.
4A.
He lost his privileges.
4D.
Nah.
4A, 4D.
Yeah.
So 4A. It's Alizé in the building. What's up? Go ahead.
Hi, it's
Y'all
King
really-
Dez. Nice to see y'all.
That's better. You see how easy that is? You see how fast you got that through? It was on me the whole time? No, it was on me. Oh, what? Who cares? Look. You see, that's how fast and short it could be. Okay? You just make it so complicated. You just King Dez in the house.
Like, shout out your man.
Okay, look. Look, y'all.
Y'all are the worst.
I mean, we do.
So talking about me canceling Dez, let's talk about cancel culture. All right, because I feel like Dez needs to be canceled for how long he takes his intros, and it ain't even that serious,
It's
y'all.
character.
Character? Character, really? Really? Okay. Anyway, what y'all feel about cancel culture? Because my thing is, right, I don't think it's that necessary. I'm not
Why
a
does
fan
it
of
matter? Like, why are we in people's business like that? To
Thank
be
you.
canceling.
Thank you.
Like, what? You cannot get mad because somebody else don't share your beliefs, your views,
opinion.
any of that. So why you get mad because they say something that you don't like? I'm gonna cancel you. Okay, what that's gonna do? That's gonna pay my bills. Oh, okay.
You know what though? I feel like cancel culture is also the equivalency to like how many of y'all actually went to kindergarten and how many of y'all actually learned that people can have differences of opinion as you. It's like I feel like if it's just your opinion and that's the reason why you're canceling somebody, that shouldn't be. That's null and void. But if you're canceling them for like a thing, like I don't want to say the people.
You know what though? It really depends. It really depends on why this person's being canceled, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they talking about so and so actor got caught in bed with somebody else's spouse, I don't care about that. They ain't no one else's business. I'm not canceling them for that. Now you talking about they diddling underage people? That's a whole nother story, all right? Like you can't support that.
Or
Perfectly
a war
fine.
criminal, someone who's doing like high level of like hurting people, oppressing. Those kind of things is where it becomes a little tricky because I do feel like cancel culture, it's like social pressure, but we've just gone to the extreme of it. But it's not that surprising because it's like how we deal with a lot of issues in our society is just to like, just put it away. Like, I mean, like for me, I feel like cancel culture is directly connected to like our prison systems, directly connected to the other ways that we try to handle our issues because it's just the individuals like internalizing that idea of being like, no, we don't want this anymore. I think we need social pressure to some degree. I think we need social accountability, but I think cancel culture can be, I think it really depends on the situation and what it is. And what are we canceling them from? Because are we canceling them from society? Like, what are we canceling them from?
Yeah, but social pressure doesn't really exist anymore. Like back in the old day where you could have got like bricked to death, stoned to death or whatever, like that's social accountability, right? There was consequences for your actions. Now today, Okay, you can smash somebody's car window. You can take whatever they got in their little car. You're gonna go to court and they're gonna let you walk. That's not social.
That's accountability. That's a different kind of accountability because social accountability means you're not going to be accepted by society. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to get stoned by societies. Being stoned is like a different punishment. I think that's physical punishment. You know,
That's
it's physical
punishment.
pressure. It's punishment.
Yeah.
But social pressure to me is like, okay, we are not engaging with this person's work, or we're not gonna support their art, for example. That is like also like one of the ways we see it show up. Like artists will be canceled, right?
One of the main ways, yeah.
But okay, but I think cancel culture is like extremely dangerous because like the accusation is enough to be like, what do you call that?
Cancel.
Canceled on its own.
ostracized.
I don't know why I had a brain fart. Yeah,
Judge, jury, and executioner on the accusation alone.
yeah.
Like, yes and no, because if you think about it, so yes, being accused of this thing is one thing, but I think it's everyone trying to be judged. Because if you are accusing someone of this and found out, like, you know, in trial or whatever the case may be, that they actually did this thing, like, okay, cancel culture is the response to you being found out that you actually did it or that you're
Yeah, but
guilty. I'm like,
but
what
let's be
is
real.
it?
But like 9 times out of 10,
I said,
the
when
accusation was enough.
Because it's been plenty of times, or as of lately, that people have said, oh, this person did this to me. And it's, oh, okay, that person's canceled. And it's like, y'all didn't go to no trial. Y'all didn't
Yeah,
go
no,
to no
that's
court.
true.
The
We're quick to
accusation is
cancel people.
the accusation is the trial.
Yeah.
We're judge.
We're so quick
an
to cancel
executioner.
people.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
But it's also
People
about who
talk
we
about
believe.
they'll consider someone guilty before even like, oh, I heard this about this person. Yeah, I can see them doing that. 100% done. Like,
What was that Johnny Depp trial again?
oh my god.
I think now, to be fair, I think both of them are guilty of some of those things, right? But I don't think Johnny Depp was genuinely the absolute like aggressor in most of that relationship.
He said what
at
he
all.
was guilty of, though, but she's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
crazy.
She absolutely crazy.
I don't know
at
about
the
much,
end of all
but
of it, when the facts were considered, it was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? All of that came out, and it was like she was doing some buck wild stuff.
But that's the thing. Our society will still say, no, it had to be Johnny Depp. They still support her over him.
Some.
No, yeah, there was some
and that
vernacular
case is
that was
different.
just
It's
like,
very
you know,
different
guilty male vernacular. Yeah, that immediately came out.
But
you
that's
know?
also what side of the discourse are you on, and what side are you engaging with? Because you could also say the opposite, where people were seeing him as a victim on my end, right?
Right.
So where you're looking, what algorithm you're even scrolling through, where you're getting your information is going to make you, like, it's going to shift your perspective and potentially make you believe one thing or the other.
Give one lens
Correct.
to the.
But
to the whole
that's
thing.
the problem with cancel culture, right? The algorithm
Yeah.
doesn't care about anything other than
True.
keeping you on the app. So they're going to peddle you whatever you like to look at for slightly longer than the other, which is dangerous. I don't know. I look at cancel culture as a useless like thing in our current society. I think we should leave it to people who are more willing to be unbiased and look at it like a situation with all the facts prior to giving an opinion on the matter.
Yeah, but that's
why
also
do we
that
have
also
to
comes into question because how many people are unbiased?
and why do I have
Gotta
to
be
come to
trained
a
for
point
that.
where we say, oh, you're canceled?
Yeah.
Because
It's a fad. It's a fad. Like
We
think
have
about
it though, guys. Like, we literally have cancel culture is our prison system, like, for fact, right? Like, we lock people up. We just
Based on the way
determine
we
based on what
perceive
they've done, an action that we think they may or may not have done, right? I mean, we have a court of law, of course, but nonetheless, like, to have an individual decide they don't want to engage in something, I don't know how different that would be than, I mean, it's different on the individual scale, and it's not as harmful necessarily to that person as, like, locking them up, for example.
Right. I think personally, I would have been more okay with cancel culture if we had a better overall culture in general. Our conduct, mental stability, opinions, biases, we do not have a healthy enough environment where we need to be giving our 2 cents on anybody else's life when half the people judging are willing to do and sometimes have done worse things than the people that they're throwing stones at. Like, I don't think we're in the mental compass part to be like, oh, you get an axe. But then you come out, find somebody's story, and you're like, dang, you did all that? Well, you know, it was a bad time for me. Like, you know, I just, personally, our culture, I don't think inhabits that. When you have cultures, like, a society or people that are actually working towards that are able to actually uphold certain standards. You know what I'm saying? That's where our maturity showed. Like, our maturity shows in the fact that accusation alone made the decision. That's like childish. But as for adults, we know that there's always different forms and different variables to be considered in every argument, in every discussion, in every problem. But then yet we still are like, accusation, done. People's whole careers have been ruined over an accusation. Come to find out that they were completely innocent. But everybody's just gotten used to them not being part of the flow, and they just lost their whole career.
Well, you know what, too? I feel like it's a finite line because, and you said something that was so pivotal to the conversation in general. The fact that everyone is immediately worried about, like, our society isn't where it needs to be. So the thing is, it's a finite line because you are taught, or we should be, one, worried about yourself, but also worried about your community. So it's a finite line because it's like, okay, I'm supposed to be worried about myself, but you're like, where do I teeter, you know? But I think that once home is good, if you are worrying about yourself and your immediate surrounding, your immediate family, once home is good, then you can do the outreach. Then you can do the work on the outside. Because if everybody's worried about their own families, there wouldn't be much to actually outreach to, you know? Except for, you know, probably like homeless people, but, or people who just don't have family. But, you know, I feel like if everyone was worried about you're taught when you're a kid, worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Don't tattletale, don't snitch. Worry about yourself. I mean, now granted, that could be harmful in a way too, but if you are considering the initial statement, worry about yourself, worry about take care of home first, everything else should follow.
I don't agree. I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch on everybody and everything. Listen, keep me out of it. Look. When your car is parked in my garage or on my driveway, I'm snitching. I'm calling a tow truck, okay? When I see you throw trash on the ground, I'm going to call you out. I'm snitching, okay? When you run that stop sign in my neighborhood, I'm calling the cops. I'm going to report that, okay?
That's so different.
Listen, I'm a snitch. Different. I ain't going to jail for you. I ain't protecting you. I ain't doing none of that, all right? Just be a better person. And second of all, quick question. I got questions. I always got to say that at least once every episode. I got a question. Is there a limitation to an accusation when it comes to cancel culture?
Is there a limitation?
So let's say, like Bill Gates, right? Or Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby. Right?
I'm about to say.
Oh.
So let's say what he did was like 30 plus years ago, and all these people come out the woodworks, right? 30 years ago. It's real hard to prove something after 30 years. Not to say that he didn't do it or did. I'm just saying, it's been 30 years and you come out now. Could there be a limitation to when you're like 30 years though? Or
Okay.
Not in that situation.
I think it would depend on what it is. Like, if you stole like $100 worth of Target goods 10 years ago, I don't care about that. Like, don't bring that to my attention. That's between you and Target, buddy. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
But you know Target has a video of you stealing the $100 worth of items,
Yeah,
so there's no question.
And Target can go and take you to court personally. That's not to me, that's not a cultural impact. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why cancel culture is so big is because it's so big by quantity, by the amount of people participating into it. The bigger your name is, the more weight a mistake has or something you believe in has. Like, we talk all the time about how we're influenced by videos, artists, things that we've seen as children, and how we aspire to. But then it's like, wait, you want to aspire to be this person, but this person was dealing with SA problems with multiple people, then it's like, oh dang, maybe I don't want to be like that. And because the whole culture aspect of it, like, what are you truly trying to be? What are you truly trying to say you are? So as far as limitations, it comes down to me depending on what it is.
You know what though? That was so, like, you bring up a good point, because, and I was watching, I don't know if I was watching another podcast or if I was just scrolling on like TikTok or something, but there was a whole nother conversation that said, like, should a person action, or should their one action completely cancel out all the other good that they did? So the conversation was surrounding people finding out that MLK was not faithful.
Oh yeah, cheated on his wife.
Yeah. So with that being said, it was like,
Go ahead. You can tell me about that question about that.
him being unfaithful to his wife, right? Does that now change the minds of young people who believed in I Have a Dream speech and believed in everything that he did for our people?
To be fair, that was also, they're full of it. That was a way to just dismantle
President.
the image of.
Yeah, but I'm using that as an example.
Oh.
And
That's all I could think of at the moment.
And that's what that was.
He didn't die. That he got smothered to death at the end was wild.
Huh?
Oh no, he didn't die.
What?
No,
No, he
got finished off in the hospital.
Oh, yeah, tell me that later. No, because that was when you were saying that and you brought up his. I was about to ask that question, like, why does it matter if he was unfaithful? That's not
Right.
what he was standing for. Like,
It's
because he
between
wasn't,
him and
he wasn't a
Coretta.
Yeah, it was between
spokesman.
them two.
He wasn't a
She
spokesman
okay
for
with it.
healthy relationships. He was not the spokesman for that. He was
Right.
just an organizer in the community. So if he was out here on the side, I don't know, having some kind of wild, like, I don't know what he could have possibly been doing.
Having
actually
relations with people.
Sure. Like, no, I more so mean like he would have to be doing something that was dismantling the foundation that he
What he
built
was
as
saying.
a public figure.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like, and that's what I think it also has to do with. But then there's also the other question of if you are just, I mean, this is Martin Luther King aside, like if you are just committing like harms to people, but they might not be related to like what you do for a career. I don't know if
Right.
we know how to conceptualize what to do with that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I
We
think
don't-
that's
we
also
don't know how to
part of
separate the person from
like
their-
cancel culture is us trying
Yeah.
to figure out what to do with these people who are doing things that we don't approve of as a society, but we don't really have any solution except to just like
You're canceled.
get away
Yeah.
from here.
You did something that
Right?
was bad, so you're all.
We don't know what
bad.
accountability is supposed to be. And
But
I
that's
think
the
what
thing
it
too,
is.
right? Like people, there's a certain level of like forgiveness, right? Or a certain level of like, okay, what you did doesn't equate to you being completely canceled.
Right.
But we
Right?
can't necessarily, in the same way, we can't individually judge this person truly because we don't know them, right? And specifically in the case of like celebrities and cancel culture, can we really forgive them? That's my, like, you know what I mean?
But that's the
Like,
thing.
it
Like,
didn't-
how many other people in power have done just as much or worse, and their dirty laundry doesn't get aired, and we can't cancel them? But we are actively, like, we are aware, like, okay, they're doing something,
Right.
right?
something's up.
Right.
So why does cancel culture even exist? Because let's say if like Will Smith,
Yeah.
got canceled,
Yeah.
why are we not canceling? I don't know, like half of the Supreme justices? Because like,
Right.
let's be real, like. You've been there for 40 years or 20, 30 years.
There's been also some
Doing
proof that a lot
things,
of,
right.
of judges and people in power have taken actually open-ended bribes. Like some of these deals weren't even like hidden.
Insider
like, everybody
trading.
was cool enough where they was
Right.
like, there's some money in your hand.
Right.
So just roll with me.
Yeah.
This is
That's
why
crazy.
I'm like, I look
Yeah.
at cancel culture as a joke because, like, don't get me wrong, like, some people do need to be canceled. Absolutely. Right? Don't get me wrong.
people need
But
to
at the
be
same
canceled.
time, cancel culture is a joke because it's like we're pick-me's. We're picking and choosing, like, who we want to cancel, and we are actively aware that there are
And for what?
thousands of other people that probably should be more canceled, regardless of what those people did, because those people are actively doing just as much or worse.
But
Yeah,
aren't
it's
they
like-
supposed
go
to be
ahead.
the example, right? Like the person we're canceling
It's
is
not working.
theoretically, because they are our examples in our celebrity culture. These people are examples. So we're trying to, and I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't necessarily believe this,
We got
right?
two on the pod, y'all.
Nothing
Know.
wrong with that.
I for one don't love cancel culture for myself, but I understand. Like I think I
The
see it as
concept of-
us trying to figure it out. We're trying to mature, but we don't know how to do it yet. Like
Trying to
Or
say something's
maturing in a
bad
toxic way.
and
or
Because
trying to-
maturing in a
Yeah.
toxic way. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dirty. I don't want no part in that. Nah. Listen,
I think it's a progress or a process, and I think that
Yeah.
it'll change its form. Like
Yeah.
right now, it's much worse than it probably will be in the future.
I think it really comes down to the masses, like we previously stated before. The better mind that we as a people genuinely get, generally, it upgrades generally. It will upgrade with us because we're the ones doing it. The more
Yeah.
we know, the more we find out, the better we are. The more it will operate because we're the ones who carry it out. We're the ones who react. We're the ones who respond. We're the ones who feed it. You know what I'm saying? Anything that we wanted to do, if we stopped it, it would be dead, like instantly. All humans are needed. So I feel like as we get better, it can get better. But yeah, right now it's a little toxic.
last
This.
question before final thoughts. What were you gonna say though?
I think
I'll
there's
just
always
get
going
in.
to be diversity. So like we are going to have we might be on the same page about some things, but I think there's always going to be the thing to work through.
Yeah.
Final question: where do you think cancel culture is more prevalent in our within our society? Is it in the music industry, acting industry, college campuses, certain cities, per se? Like, what environment is it most prevalent?
I can say where it's most toxic or where it's most inefficient.
Okay.
Because, like, so it's like that lady, she was a therapist, and she made a statement online that Black men need therapy.
Oh, the
Do you
girl
remember
that
that?
said, if you want to be a 304, be a 304. Who's stopping you?
Well, her canceling her is like, okay, you canceled her, right? You got her fired from her job. Like, it's like, to what end do we have this power to cancel people? Because now you're ruining someone's whole entire life over one post.
To be fair,
one thing that she said. She never said that she was a public figure. She said she was a therapist.
That's even worse, though, because people are going to you for help, and you telling them to do something like that?
And she said that Black men need therapy. I'm sorry, there's 1, 2, 3 Black men in this room that need therapy.
Whoa. Most of her clients were Black men.
Therapy.
Let this she made multiple posts. I said posts. She made multiple posts, and she explained that most of her clients were Black men, and then simultaneously said more like Black men need therapy. Okay, well, they're in therapy.
Was she wrong?
You are there.
She knows firsthand if she's working with Black men who are going to therapy that other Black men need therapy.
Okay.
So I mean,
Right.
I don't
She
know
wasn't
the
wrong.
context of the
Wait a
post,
minute.
but
Everybody, here's the thing. What she said probably wasn't wrong the way she said it. It's just the way of she's sitting here saying it in the way of she was putting Black men down and then trying to basically the Black women go out and do whatever you want to do. And it's like, no.
Go have your fun, eat your cake, and all that too.
And then that's when we have those Kevin Samuels that says the same thing. You need therapy. Black women need therapy.
I don't know much.
We
about
had
him.
the same. I'm gonna stop touching that. We had the same scenario on both sides,
Same
and you
conversation,
guys
different
chose
font.
to do what you did with it.
Oh.
Right.
Not you
I
guys in per se, but I'm
But
saying
you're
like
talking about
society, the camera.
Yeah.
Let me say, we had on both sides telling people, Black men, you need therapy. Black women, you need therapy, and y'all decided to cancel both of them. Y'all decided in your mind, because they were telling you the truth, that you didn't want to hear the truth. So let's just cancel them.
Also, what makes
That's
it
exactly what
horrible
happened.
is when trends make cancel culture even way more convoluted. When something's popular or interesting or everybody's on a bandwagon, it goes so far downhill, kind of like how you're saying. Like, because when that conversation was had, the counter conversations we were having was Black Boy Joy. When that was trending, it was talking about men being able to express themselves and not being judged in an environment of any kind, and that being cool. But then if there was a woman co-signing the exact same thing, nothing rude, nothing anti-woman, because I do understand the whole aspect of like, don't pick a side if you're going to communicate healthiness. But they weren't saying nothing anti-woman, but they were saying, hey, people need therapy, people need love. You're dealing with a man, you're dealing with someone who needs to be loved, supported, and listened to as well. And literally the trend of, oh, pick me, that, I hate that trend. And it was like, as if to tell someone you have a right to be canceled, rejected, or not heard of because you are fighting for the other team in an environment where we're supposed to be cohesive was insane to me.
Well, that's the problem. There's no cohesion. Everything's divided for a reason.
For a reason. They want more money. It makes more sense to have two people working than
You
one
make more
and
money
having a
on the
livable
ward than
wage
you
off
do
of
in
the
a
one.
hospital. That is true.
So, final thoughts?
Standing for what?
I mean, unless you have an answer to the question I asked. You don't even remember the question, do you?
can you pose it?
That's crazy.
Can you pose it again though? Actually.
Okay, so the question was, where do you think cancel culture is most
Right.
prevalent? College campuses, movie, music,
Where
all that
else?
stuff.
I
Like,
mean,
where do you see it the most?
I think I have to
that's
sit
what you
in
mean.
the what I already mentioned earlier, bandwagon, which is just like, I think our justice system is like the biggest form of our cancer culture. It's the best example. It's what we model everything else. All our other ideas of justice is off of that. So I also think that it's like, I don't know, I think that's not the most prevalent area though, because we leave it up to people who have that role, right? But that's one of the formalized structures that utilizes it. I think as society, it's probably any celebrity, like any celebrity culture, wherever, if your name is on a social media platform and it is able to be trending, that's where the cancel culture is
Well,
going
not
to
even
reside.
just that. The original social media, the news. It's the media.
The news,
It's the
media.
papers. It's
Yeah.
the Yeah.
Because it's really about how many
Politics
hands, right? How many people can have access to the information to even decide what they want, how they want to engage with this individual. And it's like wherever there is access to that information, there's gonna be people who decide they don't mess with it. It's like the group think that then creates cancel culture, which makes it even bigger.
Groupthink is toxic when it's.
What's your answer?
I was just gonna say all three. What you first said. So like you said, college campus. I'm gonna say the school system. Period. And then celebrities and actors, because celebrity actors, they have, even though they try to keep it private, they have put their life out there for us. So it's like we don't believe or we don't see them basically as a normal person or as a regular person. That's what they are. So a lot of people be saying here like they can't do no wrong, they nothing, like they don't give them grace.
Yeah, it gets a little scary too.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, like you sit here like y'all want to sit here talk about how the celebrities that's in here cheating. What about the man that's in your house cheating with the woman down the street, bro?
Correct.
Like let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Like
This was us
literally
saying,
cheating
circle
right
back.
now, like,
exactly.
Work
You
from
over
home
in your
first.
side dude's house
Or
watching this video,
wait a minute,
like-
the female sitting here talking about some man. If I was her, baby, you are her. Okay, never mind. No.
Wow.
Anyway, never mind that. Never mind that. And then when we get to, like I said, the school system, kids in general, it's just horrible. And then it got worse. It's like, bro, this is really the wild, wild west, and y'all is trying y'all best to destroy everything.
That's a whole nother conversation.
There's a whole conversation
It
because
is-
people have roles in the classroom. Like there's a kid who's like, my job is to be the obnoxious kid. Like when I was teaching, I had a kid who just couldn't break out of that. Like I'm sure he had ADHD or something. You know, he probably was neurodivergent, but everybody thought he was so annoying, and so he just kept being annoying.
And see that in their little way of without knowing this, cancel him because it's like, oh, he's annoying, so we're just gonna ignore him. That's canceling, baby. You're canceling. And then in campus, it's kind of sort of when you get to higher education, so high school, college, we are more vocal with it. We can be more vocal with it where we understand, but still we do it kind of so in like more sneaky way, like, oh, it like, okay, we're gonna say the cliques. You a cheerleader and you a nerd. You cancel because, oh, she like books, where I like doing this. So you cancel that girl.
Man,
For
our
what
kids is
though?
like an anime.
You
would've-
okay, hold on, baby. You wouldn't all that cancel like that. Yeah,
All
you
right.
can pop it out in your mouth all you want to. You wouldn't all that canceled.
I got a weird question for y'all. All right, this is gonna be this is our outros here. So we're doing this new little segment thing. We're gonna ask you an opinion. You're gonna have to give us a reason of why that opinion even exists. All right. Now the question I'm gonna switch up a little bit because I think it makes most sense.
You making this up?
No, it's based off of some, but I'm
We just gonna,
Based on a true story.
so you gotta explain why it exists though.
yeah, why your opinion on this exists. I will keep it short. It's like a 5-minute little segment. So, all right. What doesn't belong on pizza? It's a current topping or something that's already on a pizza but doesn't belong on a pizza.
Anchovies. I stand on that till day I die. Anchovies.
What's with the anchovies?
Huh?
What's wrong with the anchovies?
They stink, they taste off, and in my whole concoction of tomato, cheese, and bread, why the heck is there a fish there? I just don't see it. You don't put salmon on pizza.
Yes, you do. It's salmon
probably do.
pizzas. That's a thing.
You probably do, and they don't need to be there too.
Wow. Wow. You some haters.
Well, I'll just say raw onions because
What?
What?
Huh?
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
well, nah. We
Nah,
started.
see,
Squat up.
Come
Catch
on,
me
y'all,
outside
come at
right
me
now.
because
we did not say this was a safe place.
why am I out here only tasting onion? You know what I mean? Like pizza is supposed to be a marriage of multiple ingredients coming together. You know, we
Fine.
got the three.
Keep your philosophy to yourself, all right? Get to the point.
Okay, y'all, onion breath. Trying to drink onion.
Hey, bro. I don't have iron issues. Eat the onions. Eat the onions.
Came in my
Say
life right
what
there.
anybody sit here and say, and I would say pineapple simply because if I wanted a sweet pizza, I would order a sweet pizza.
No.
Listen, high
Stop.
five. Pineapple on
Why you
pizza
guys
is
even
not
doing
a
that? Because
thing.
you guys are just wrong.
I
Pineapple?
never said this was a safe place
Listen,
for your opinions.
whoever invented that? Okay, you're not going to where I'm going with
Hawaiian
that.
dishes.
I'm just
How many
saying.
dishes around the world have pineapple on them that are savory? Just take a moment.
Okay, but that's not
you.
pizza.
It's
That's not
Hawaiian.
pizza. Pizza is not any. Pizza has nothing to do with freaking pineapple. Okay.
It's Hawaiian.
Okay.
Pizza has
And-
nothing to do with anchovies either, but you put it on there.
And Honolulu's Hawaiian too. You don't see me putting that on pizza.
What?
Exactly.
What's
Leave me alone.
Honolulu? The place?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
That's right.
No.
I said what I said.
This goes
I didn't
from
make any sense. Just like pineapple on pizza.
You're wrong.
It's the same level of audacity. Okay.
Like I said, I got my legitimate reason is when I eat pizza, I'm looking more for savory. I'm not looking for that sweetness. And even I've had pineapple on pizza before, and I'm like, I don't even fucking taste the sweetness. I don't taste the sweetness. I'm sorry. I don't taste the sweetness of the pineapple. It's just like I'm eating a warm fruit, and I'm like, that's
the
not-
debate with
that's how I
pineapple on
feel. That's
pizza
how
is
I feel, so I
ridiculous.
feel that.
If you didn't, the debate with pineapple
Yeah, look at
the
you.
debate with pineapple on pizza is ridiculous. If you don't like pineapple on pizza, just don't order it.
You know what also doesn't belong on pizza? Calling cheese pizza a pizza?
What kind of cheese?
Just cheese
Just
pizza.
cheese pizza.
It's not pizza.
Regular pizza.
That's
Now, what's
just
wrong with
just call
cheese
that pizza
pizza?
crust, because that's
Nah,
like the
nah,
base
nah,
of what
nah.
pizza is.
Nah,
That doesn't
nah.
That's
have
wrong with you. Are you
What's wrong with
serious?
you with cheese pizza?
Nothing's wrong
You
with
think
cheese
that- you
pizza.
think
I'm just
that-
saying, don't call it a pizza.
It is a pizza though.
Should it be called cheese pizza or naked pizza?
Naked pizza. Just
It
call it
should just
that.
be called pizza because that's what it is.
No,
It's called
that,
pizza.
no, it's okay if you didn't
That's
put
the
cheese on your pizza and it's just the bread crust and the tomato sauce. Would you still call it a freaking pizza?
But you know
No,
we're
that's
in the
a
United
flatbread.
States, and so we put
pie
barbecue
bread.
sauce and we put all types of things on our pizza. Like
That's different.
So how?
That's different.
How? Because
Because-
if we're really talking about pizza, and you want to talk to an Italian, they're not gonna be confused that the pizza
Okay.
just has cheese on it.
American
Right.
pizza. We're talking about American pizza. Okay, gun toting,
calm down.
NASCAR driving, beer chugging, tall boy lovins,
America.
pizza, America. All right, I ain't talking about no Italian nothing. All right, I'm saying pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. I'm saying cheese pizza shouldn't be called cheese pizza. It should just be called the makings of a pizza. I don't know. Anchovies. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not agreeing with you either. Because I never had it, and I don't plan on ever having it. I don't think Tanasia needs to stop doing this to me on the side because she likes pineapple on pizza, and that doesn't make it a pizza anymore. It just makes it an atrocity. Okay, that's my hot take. I said what I said.
Not so hot take.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
I'm the only one on this pod that can have a philosophy. All right.
I was trying to have philosophy.
I'm
Y'all
sorry.
said y'all don't want to hear it.
She's like, I very much had my own.
I'm sorry.
I
That's
was
the
gonna
same
talk
thing
about the
as.
trinity of pizza and the out.
Anyway, that's it, y'all. We out of here. Yeah, y'all pissed me off with that pineapple on a pizza crap. Who does that?
So you're not doing outros anymore?
Are we doing outros again? What outros?
Like, so you're not doing an outro anymore?
What outro?
All of us thought you were gonna do an outro.
We did our
Can we
last
just say
minutes.
thank you for watching?
Yeah, you never even.
All right, fine. Look, thank you for watching Chocolate Espresso podcast. It was nice having you watching this televised session.
It's not televised. It's
It's
not on
televised.
TV.
You know what?
Tell us if you like pineapple on pizza.
Right.
Leave a comment
What's
below.
your opinion? Leave it in the
How do you feel
comment
about it?
section. What doesn't belong on pizza? In your opinion. Because it's your opinion. And if it's your opinion,
It's valid.
What the crap is
it's
going on,
valid,
bro?
whatever, but you just don't order it. You don't have to complain. You don't have to down people who like it.
Bye.
Just don't order it.
Yo, this thing got personal.
Just bye.
End of episode. Go to the next video.
Next episode.
Make sure you watch the next video.
I'm cutting all of that out, by the way. All of that getting cut out.
Good thing you didn't do the
All right.
editing.
Wow.